All right, so we're straying from the normal stuff today and doing a little bit of Miata stuff because, well, we've got a bunch of cars, so might as well record content on them. So what's up? How much you get done?
Struggling.
I see your fender's still on.
Yes, it is. I'm trying to do this without taking off the tire.
Your Miata looks like it's having a great time too with its winky eye. How's that?
Yeah.
Is that a little bit easier?
I guess I can't use the socket still. Oh, I got it.
So Brandi wants to wrap this thing, but whoever had it before her got crashed into, and they bought brand new fenders, and they thought it would be a good idea to just leave on the factory sealer, and that has not lasted very long. Not only does it all run off when it rains, but now the fenders are surface rusting on top. So today we are pulling them off, and we're going to sand them down and then prime them so she can get her car wrapped. If she can ever get it off.
Dude, this is like the worst angle ever.
You hear that? It's just the worst angle ever.
And
so I just got back from the dentist, and let me just say, there is nothing more unsettling than when you go to a medical professional and they look at whatever whatever you got going on, and they're like, I've never seen anything like this before. That is like the worst thing you could ever hear coming out of their mouth. Or like when the other doctors come in and they're like, ooh, I want to get my cell phone and take a picture. What? You see hundreds of people in a week and you've never seen anything like what my tooth looks like? I don't know. Either way, I didn't get wisdom teeth, so I ain't got to worry about that. My teeth were pretty straight, so I ain't got to get braces. But what did happen is when one of my back molars, when my back molar was growing in, it pushed the baby tooth out, and then the baby tooth never fell out. And then I guess along the way, one of the dentists I saw decided that instead of taking out the baby tooth, it would be a better idea to fill the gap between the baby tooth and the adult tooth with like the same thing they would use to fill a tooth. Well, that only lasted for so long, and the baby pieces broke out, and now I have an exposed nerve. And because I have an exposed nerve, they think they need to do a root canal on my tooth, which is like, could have all just been like not a thing had the last dentist I saw like over a decade ago decided to just pull out the baby tooth. So now that we've talked about my tooth for a minute and a half, let's see what Brandi's doing.
struggling still.
Did you get the
I got that one, but now it's like even farther.
Did you get the fender well ones or the door ones?
Yeah, I got the door one already.
Both of them? Oh, okay. There's only one. See, she knows. I don't. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so we were wet sanding the fenders, and the surface rust wasn't coming off. So I just took my paint stripper disc and went ahead and just got it all nice and metal smooth. I did it on this one too. It went a little bit lower on this one, so I went a little bit lower. Right now, Brandi's just blending the sealer line to the metal, even though I have high build 2K primer that more than likely wouldn't even make that a thing, considering you can't even feel it with your finger. But you just want to be sure, so you don't go and paint the whole thing and then see a giant line running across it. So yeah, it's really humid out right now. It's going to be dark soon, and it's going to rain. So we'll probably just prime these tomorrow, but at least the hard part's done, right? They're off. You just throw them in the garage for the night. But yeah. All right, so you guys saw me helping Brandi, or just standing by and harassing her while she removed the fenders from her Miata. And today we're gonna throw some primer on them, 3 coats of epoxy primer, so her father can wrap the car and not have to wrap over surface rust. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick time lapse of me doing 3 coats of paint on these fenders and keep you guys updated on the process. Alright, well, it's getting really humid outside, and I went ahead and sprayed them anyways. So I'm not going to give you a close-up because obviously the way humidity affects paint or primer is going to make it look like I have no idea what I'm doing. So yeah, regardless of that statement, it is primer, so we can just wet sand it out. So I'm not too worried about that. The idea here was to just protect the metal and protect the fenders so they cannot surface rust anymore. So I'm gonna turn around and show you anyways, but as you can hear, it kind of sounds like texture. Yeah. So there's the fenders. Oh, can't really see on camera, but yeah, no, they look at that, not good. But I'll let it cure, and then we will wet sand them, and then they'll be just fine. So if we have to add another coat of primer, that's literally no big deal. So yeah, wet sand them, see where we're at. If we expose any bare metal, we'll go back over with a nice wet coat of primer, and then they'll be good. Now that Brandi's fenders are done, she's gonna go ahead and put them back on her Miata. So while she puts them back on her Miata, I'm gonna start recording for my next video, which I'm gonna be recording today. So yeah, Tyler and I are going drifting. So yeah, he's coming to pick me up here in a few minutes, and we're gonna head out to the compound and go drifting for a little while. So yeah, you'll see that in the next video. But yeah, I figured I'd just update you now. So I'll talk to you in a minute here. And little Miss Brandi gets her fenders on her car. Yeah, put that fender on. Let me help.